Back in May 2024, Canadian local police in Regina, Saskatchewan, a small city located about 150 miles north of the US border with a population of less than 250,000, swatted a vehicle suspected of trafficking drugs, capturing a total of 10 pounds of fentanyl and citing it as a significant bust. That amount could potentially kill up to 2 million people. Arunpreet Singh was arrested alongside 2 other individuals with the same name, Manev, both interestingly listed without a last name. Besides fentanyl, Regina police charged all 3 suspects with trafficking 55 pounds of cocaine and about 12 pounds of methamphetamine, with a total street value estimated at well over $1 million. The Canadian media reported on the story but did not report on what happened next. Arunpreet Singh, the oldest among the suspects, successfully secured bail for $10,000 on August 14, 2024, the courts have told us. For the 2 other accused with no last names and no information about how they entered Canada without one, the courts confirmed to us that they were denied bail and are still remanded to this day. Foreign nationals with no names involved in drug trafficking are not as rare as one might hope to believe, because shortly after busting Singh and the 2 Manevs with no last names, Regina police charged another Indian national in relation to the investigation. The man, who claimed to go by the name Robin, again with no last name, an Indian national who was in Canada on a student visa, was busted with more than 13 pounds of fentanyl and other illicit drugs. The student pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 8 years in prison. The Indian student was facing a total of 4 charges, but the Crown, for some reason, dropped the other 3 charges, which could have kept him behind bars much longer than 8 years. This individual was not actually in Regina himself and was using Indian males to sell drugs for him, the Crown said about Robin, referring to the case of Arunpreet and the 2 Manevs. The Crown also told the judge that Robin will be deported back to India after his sentence. But the real question remains, how could a 20-year-old international student have other 20-year-olds selling drugs worth millions of dollars for him? When will Canada prosecute the real kingpins of this operation? We keep seeing the arrests of Singh after Singh after Singh, but we never see the arrest of the big Singhs accused of running the show. Recently, Interpol issued a blue notice for Arunpreet Singh Sada, an Edmonton resident with proximity to the Conservative Party's deputy leader, Tim Singh Uppal. Sata is accused by India of involvement in international drug trafficking. Former Punjabi Minister Bikram Singh Majithia, who is being tried in India with bail denied and accused of being an international drug trafficker, was seen sitting on stage with Arunpreet Singh Sata and Tim Singh Uppal. This is how the court documents from 2022 describes his and Arunpreet Singh Sata's proximity to Tim Uppal. Arunpreet Singh is stated to have participated in an official function at Khalsa College, Amritsar, to honor the Premier of Alberta, Province of Canada. Arunpreet Singh was stated to be seated on the stage along with the petitioner, Bikram Singh Majithia, and Mr. Tim Uppal, an MP from Edmonton, Canada. The petitioner, Bikram Singh Majithia, is stated to have provided an Innova car, driver, and gunman to Arunpreet Singh Sata during his stay in Punjab. But that's not the only time the Conservative deputy leader Tim Singh Uppal has been linked to individuals accused of drug trafficking. He also has proximity to his brother Arunpreet Singh Uppal, who listed the same residential address as him in Canadian court documents, where he was being tried of drug trafficking, possession, and firearm-related offenses in 2008 and 2014. In both instances, the charges were withdrawn by the Crown for some reason. At the time, Minister Uppal's wife, Kiran Binder, a former World Sikh Organization of Canada executive, was a Department of Justice lawyer at the time of those charges and shared the same residential address with Uppal's brother. But Arunpreet not only has proximity to the Conservatives in Canada, he appears to have worked under the Liberal government's payroll in 2002 during question period in the Canadian Parliament. Liberal Alan Rock, then Minister of Industry, was questioned about his mysterious personal staffer, Arunpreet Tiara. Then Minister Rock was not able to explain who he was. But can Canadian law enforcement truly investigate people like Arunpreet Singh, individuals with proximity to a federal politician like Tim Uppal, whose wife is a former World Sikh Organization executive and a lawyer with the Department of Justice Canada? Or are they only allowed to go after 20-year-old Singhs? Time will tell. It's worth mentioning that the Indian government has requested the extradition of Arunpreet for many years, raising the question as to what's stopping Canada from handing over an accused major drug trafficker. According to court documents from US obtained by independent researcher Bob Ray, Arunpreet owns a property worth $9.5 million. More on this story later.
I think that some of the most high-level drug operations in Canada are being orchestrated by Sikh, Punjabi, Singh criminals, and these people, they hide behind their mask, which they call religion, and they get away with it because of their religious pandering and artificial activism by organizations like the World Sikh Organization.
Today, while young Singhs are trafficked, exploited by corrupt agents, and sold illegal pathways to residency through the trucking industry, the big Singhs, those who profited politically from opening these channels, still sit comfortably inside Canada's parliament, untouched and unaccountable for the chaos their policies unleashed on both Canadian and American national security. All the crimes committed by individuals who arrived in Canada from Punjab under student and temporary visa programs, drug trafficking, assassinations, and other organized criminal acts can be traced back, not to the Liberal era, but to Stephen Harper's Conservative government. In 2011, during his visit to Punjab, Canada's then Minister of State for Democratic Reforms, Tim Uppal, pledged that the Canadian government would now give visas to Indian students more than any other country. The article notes that Uppal was accorded a warm welcome by Youth Akali Dal President Bikram Singh Majithia, the same Majithia who is now jailed on drug trafficking allegations. That trip effectively marked the start of Canada's large-scale trafficking of Punjabi students.
I think that it is shameful that a nation like Canada is stooping to such low levels just to pander to a radical extremist, in my opinion, fake religion called Sikhism here in Canada.
If you appreciate the underground investigative journalism I'm doing, please consider making a donation at mediabizargan.com/donate. Thank you.